My name is Oshun the Great, and welcome to my beautiful channel. Now, today's subject is one of my favorite subjects, is because it really ties into alchemy, duality, yin and yang, balance in the world, and it's about embracing our shadow side. So, a lot of you guys may know that, again, I am into alchemy, turning negative energy into positive energy. And a lot of times we can do that when we're dealing with our shadow. A large part of when people get into spirituality and learning about the metaphysical realm, and then they learn about the ego, they're like, oh no, the ego is this bad thing that I have to repress, I have to hide it, I have to run from it. But it's actually quite the opposite. In spirituality, especially the way that I look at it, I am all concerned about walking the middle path, finding balance. And whenever we shun our shadow side, and we own only our light, we are severely imbalanced a lot of times, because we only want to own our positive side. We only want to push out to the world, our good attributes. But that is unrealistic. Nobody is perfect, and God, the you or divine, made us to have a little bit of bad, a little bit of good, or yin and yang, and all of us similar to having feminine and masculine energy in all of us. We can't have good without the bad. They're all part of the same coin. And what I like to tell people a lot of times is, when we're essentially owning only our good aspects, we're causing a split in ourselves. So we don't feel whole, we don't feel complete, we feel imbalanced, we feel actually can cause us to feel unhealthy, and as if we're hiding and being inauthentic a lot of times as well. So the sooner that we learn how to embrace our shadow side, or our dark self, or our bad qualities, then the sooner the better. And a lot of times, I know with me getting into spirituality, my biggest fear was being deemed a bad person. But we have to understand that these labels put on us are just labels. Human beings have, we have our own perception of what bad is, and really conditioning plays a huge part into, when we grow up as an adult, we've been taught to be a good girl, good guy, and so we get punished for things that are deemed bad. But really, these bad qualities need a way to shine, as well as our light side. So meaning, instead of shunning this side off and trying to hide it and repress it, we have to own it, give it a healthy outlet. So a lot of times, again, in spirituality, oh, you never get angry. That's bullshit. We're all human beings. And again, these are sad attributes. Need an outlet. Cry when you want to. When you need to speak up, when you need to stand up for yourself, speak. That's how you have a healthy throat chakra. When you're angry, that needs an outlet too, whether it's kickboxing, whether it's a safe place to rage, whether it's art. We have to learn how to channel these things into something positive. So that is like alchemy, turning that energy to something tangible, or to something positive. Just like I do these videos, turning my negative experience into something positive to help someone, to protect someone from entering these circumstances on their own. So that's kind of like owning your shadow self. And again, the sooner the better, because the more we create a lot of despair when we're trying to pretend to be perfect. A lot of time, especially in spirituality, which causes a lot of despair, inner turmoil. And a lot of people will wonder why I am so vulnerable about my whole life and putting it out there, because I understand that the more that we pretend to be perfect, the more turmoil it causes. And I learned that putting myself out there, being vulnerable in every aspect of the word, freeing my demons from the closet in public, has set me free, because now I no longer have to live to these society norms of what is perfect, or these pressures that we all live under. And frankly, I always say that it leads a lot of people to commit suicide, trying to be perfect, and trying to act as if they are, this perfect person. And really, we are not, in spirituality, we are not trying to be perfect. We're trying to be authentic, more than anything, because we have to try to fight these old ideals and behaviors that no longer serve us. So it's all about being authentic, not about being good, in spirituality. The quicker you get that in your head, the easier that your spiritual journey will become. And again, it's all about duality. It's all about owning everything, the good with the bad in life. But yeah, so shadow work, a lot of what I like to do, again, is taking my bad experiences and putting them online. And that's how I kind of use alchemy a lot. Your bad side, sometimes we just have to rage, sometimes we do have to snap. And that's just reality. It doesn't mean you're a bad person per se. Obviously, if you're consciously aware of what you're doing, that's different. You want to do it in a healthy manner, but who you are regardless of who. There's too much conditioning put into place of like how human beings are supposed to act, and really we have to get out of those limiting self-beliefs, because it robs us of being our authentic self. It polices us from moving authentically. But yeah, that's my little insight, guys, on shadow work. If you guys have any more specific questions about shadow work, feel free to ask me. Again, you guys, I do have Skype videos. You can ask me in the Skype session if you feel like, what symptoms you go through when you open your third eye. I have all those sessions. I have tarot readings. I have ebooks. So feel free to check them out in the detail box below. Peace.